Literary translation. Literary translation determines that the translation typologized content cannot be established to solve a specific language problem, but in fact can only be established according to the theory that each act of translation independently carries implicity. Communication process. The sender elaborates a message and converts it into a signal or set of signals addressed to a receiver. The message alludes to a reality. The message travels through a transmission channel. Both the sender and the receiver process the type or code that allows them to signal elaboration. Introduction to interpreting. In consecutive interpreting, the interpreter waits until the speaker has finished speaking before translating his or her words into the target language. The interpreter usually sits or standing very close to the speaker and takes detailed notes. Sensitization for interpreting. Sensitization is a set of actions aimed at influencing the ideas, perceptions, stereotypes, and concepts of individuals and groups in order to bring about change in attitude in our social, individual, and collective practice. Listening comprehension is a fundamental skill in a second and foreign language teaching. Short-term memory. Understanding another means going beyond his or her language and text to penetrate into the meaning meant by the speaker without being aware of it even, in many cases, against his or her will in a specific spatiotemporal situation for a specific interlocutor and with a specific pragmatic intention. Introduction to note-taking. It is important for the interpreter to have a good note-taking technique in order to help his memory. Notes serve only to improve the quality of a speech and to help the interpreter at the moment of expression, and they are not to an end, but the means to an end. Everyday expression in informal communication. It is very common for us to learn a language in school in a formal or educational way, which is the hierarchically structured and chronologically qualified system that goes from elementary school to college and includes, in addition to general academic study, a variety of specialty programs and institutions for vocational and technical training. Know the context. When it comes to simultaneous interpretation, it is very important to know the context, since it is an interpretation that has to be done at the same time as the speaker is speaking. The interpreter has to be faithful to the speaker, even in delicate situations, without sweetening or changing what the speaker says in order to be able to translate exactly what the speaker wants to convey. Compared to consecutive translation or interpretation, the interpreter waits for the speaker to finish and the interpreter after knowing the subject matter.